son. You gotta be strong in this time, son. I'm a survivor. I will survive, I will survive. And I'm a firm believer. We'll forever shine, just to stay alive. That simple means it. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can hold me sick. I will let alone negativity. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can, nobody can. Everybody show me some strength. No weakness, show me a man. Strength, no weakness, show them who we are. Strength, no weakness, show me a man. Everybody's strength, no weakness, show them who we are. That when you roll, your enemies they must tremble. Your enemies they must tremble. Yo, that when you roll, everything has to humble. Everything has to humble. I'm a go-getter. I just go hard, I just go hard. And I'm a kind of fella. Put my trust in God.
Hey, I got some good news for you. Looking for a passionate immigration lawyer with experience that spans over 2 decades? Someone trusted that served immigrant families just like yours? Well, look no more. Now you can benefit from her personal and professional experience. Diane Winter Funde. Schedule a consultation now and get assistance with your immigration journey. Specialize in adjustment of status, B1 business visa, B2 visitors visa, consular processing, deportation defense, naturalization, and more. Give us a call today at 813-815-3529. That's 813-815-3529 or online at winterimmigration.com. Attorney Diane Winter Funde. Law done differently.
Yeah. You gotta be firm in this time, son.
Hey, ride along. Welcome to the ride. Welcome to the ride. As you coming, go ahead and shove the thing. Yeah, shove the thing. And say, I share. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Mary. Veronica, how you doing, Veronica? Lacey J. How you doing, Lacey J? I ain't seen a long time. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Let me tell you something. I love Ride Along. Ain't nothing I love more than Ride Along, right? But you see the 2 days that Facebook blocked me there? I got a chance to take some nice rest. And boy, it was sweet. Sweet. I just loved it. Had a great time. How you guys doing? Samantha and Fraser. Shove the thing. Estelyn McIntosh, how you doing? I share. Thank you so much, Estelyn. Pineapple Kish. Oh, Lacey J says she missed me. Look at that. Lacey J never say nothing nice to me. She actually said that she missed me. For a good few days, all you didn't see me. Oh, I miss you too, Lacey J. Selena Bruzan, how you doing? Anna Augustine, how you doing? Anna Augustine says she's waiting for the story. So all you really didn't miss me. All you just want to hear for the story. And of course, we're going to hear the story, but I got to talk to my peoples first. All right, guys. We have a story today. I swear I'll never hear nothing like it. I ain't never heard nothing like it before. It is a special one. Yeah, it's one of those days. It's one of those days, one of those stories, right? But after I posted the flyer, and I see so many people saying, yeah, I could relate because something like that happened to me. Guys, my guest on the program today, her name is Norika. Norika, I don't know how I should preempt. I'm not even going to preempt Norika's story. All I'm going to tell you is everybody should be watching this program here today. So everybody share the program. Everybody share the program. I want to big up my homeboy Unstoppable. Hey, big up yourself, Unstoppable Media, Unstoppable TV. My brother, he has Unstoppable TV, and his mantra is just the same as ours. Everyone has a story to tell, and I first saw this story on Unstoppable Media, and me and hey Lydia James, how you doing? Me and Unstoppable, we have a good a good vibe. That's my media brother right there. And I thought it was very important that we bring it on for a number of reasons. One, this is not isolated. The story that you're going to hear today is not an isolated one. I remember, right? And I remember when I was a child growing up, right? I used to always, sometimes I'm sleeping and I feel like something strapping me down. I feel like I'm like tied down or something like that. And all that's gonna take for that thing to untie me is if somebody just touch me, right? And I've lived with that for a lot of years, man. And I just couldn't articulate. I just couldn't tell my family like what the hell I felt, like what it was. All I know, I used to tell my brother, because me and Johnny, hey Teresa, how you doing? Me and Johnny, with 8 of us, a lot of, I mean, my mother have 8 kids, a lot of us, right? So I used to tell my brother, I said, listen, in the nighttime, I just want you to just wake up and just touch me, because I used to feel like somebody is tying me down. Have you ever, you guys ever felt that? You guys ever felt anything like that? It's crazy. So I used to tell my brother, I said, Johnny, in the middle of the night, I just want you to just touch me, because I just feel like something is just tying me down. I don't know what it was. But it happened to me, and I couldn't explain it to anybody else. Now, my guest today, her story is a little bit different, but similar. At the age of 16, my next guest started to feel weird at night. Yeah, she started to feel weird at night, like something is happening to her. What it was, she couldn't tell anybody because it's private, personal stuff. She couldn't tell her family members because personal stuff. How do you tell someone that? All right, let me bring her in. Anna, so wait, hold on. Before I bring her in, everybody share. Natasha, Charles, Tamika, Rogers, Wendy C. How you doing? Pick up yourself. Thank you so much. Salisha, everybody share. I want everybody to share before I bring on my next guest. Everybody have to share. No joke about this one. No joke about this one. Before I bring on my next guest, everybody have to share. Everybody share. Lydia, you share? Shells, Natasha, Spice, share. Deanne, everybody share. Nah, everybody don't share, because I want everybody to see this. I want man, woman, and child to see this one. Man, woman, and child have to see this one tonight. Shanta, how you doing? Everybody, Natasha, Wendy, everybody share? Okay. Deanne, make sure everybody share this one, because this one, Salisha, Romaine, okay, good. Good. All right. I'm sort of satisfied, not fully, but you guys keep sharing again. In Grenada, they just call it Jumbie. In Jamaica, they call it Duppy. You call it whatever, wherever you're from, you may have a name for it. But my next guest here is here to share her story, and it's a judgment-free zone, about her reality. Norika, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story here with us on Ridealong Live. How are you doing, Norika?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, thank you so much. Narika, I was telling people about you today. I was talking about you. You were a big topic with my friends, and
Okay.
they're saying, what is that flyer you have up there about a Jumbie, a dopey? Some people call it Laja Bless. Having
Yes.
sex with someone in the night. What the hell are you talking about? So I, it's a lot to talk about. But before we go on, I want you to introduce yourself, Narika. Tell the folks that's watching a little bit about yourself.
Hi. Good night, everyone. My name is Norika. I am originally from Jamaica, and now I'm living in the United States. I I am a postal worker. I love my job, and I have one son. And basically, that's it about my life.
Yeah. Okay. We'll learn a lot more about you. We'll learn a whole lot more about you. No, no, Erica, I want you to take
Yes,
us back, and I want you to take it meticulously slow because I think that there's a lot of
yes.
people who there that could learn from your story because a lot of people go into this. Tell us about the first time you started to have weird dreams. At what age you started to have weird, funny kind of dreams? Walk us back a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, when I started having this dream, I would say I'm about 7 years old. And these were not dreams that was fun. They're not any form of girly dreams, anything of that nature. It's mostly people giving me stuff to eat, people running me down between animals or snakes or someone that I can't even see their face. So it's always scary. And I was about um, 9 coming up, and I said to my mother, like I don't like dreaming and I don't want to go to sleep because every time I go to bed, these are the things that I dream. And she said to me, you eat late, so expect to dream. Or if you eat rice, expect to dream. It's normal. That's what everybody goes through. My dreams were like episodes. So if I dream that I'm walking on the street, going to school or anywhere, and then I wake up, when I go back to sleep, that's where the dream pick up. That's where it pick
Mm,
up, and I will do another episode the night. It will happen for at least 7 days. For
wow.
7 days, and then it'll stop. And I don't dream like everybody will just dream maybe once a month. Mine, I'll have them for like 6 days of the week.
So your dreams was like movie episode,
It's
like
yes,
series.
yes,
So you was like
and it's
inside of your
basically
own,
telling something.
right. You was binge
Yes,
watching your own life like a Netflix movie sequel.
right, exactly. Yes,
Right.
yes,
So this dreams,
and
this dream started off as just casual stuff, right? Just I mean, people trying to give you something, people around you, just regular stuff, right?
yes, yes.
How did
And
you
it's just a normal food like what we would normally eat.
right, right, right. Did you speak to anyone about it? Did you find out it was weird? Did you how did you articulate that to someone to
Okay,
explain what the hell is going on?
all right. So after these dreams, um, I noticed, something held me down. It was I think it was a holiday, and I was supposed to go visit my cousin, and I was waiting on her call. So I lay on the bed, and then I lay on my belly. It was kind of just lay down just to say, I'm hoping she would call within about at least 30 minutes. When I lay down, I felt something hold me, but I actually woke up by the phone call. When I woke up by the call now, the phone is ringing, but I find myself cannot move to answer the phone. I could not move my hands. Like my eyes are moving. I can see around me, or at least to where my eyes are, but I cannot see who is behind. I know something held me down, but I could not move. So
Mm,
once the phone stopped ringing, that's when I felt release. That's when I felt release. I grabbed the phone. I called my cousin, right, because I was expecting her call. I called
right.
her. I said, hey, something just happened to me. I felt like something held me down, and I don't know what it was. She's younger than me, so she's there trying to figure out herself, what do I mean by it? When my father came from work that same day, I said to him, Daddy, something held me down in my room, but I couldn't see anything and I couldn't move and I was fighting and I couldn't get up. He said
Right.
to me, did you have the radio on? I said, no, I didn't have the radio on. He said, okay, next time you're sleeping, you need to keep the radio on. And if you're sleeping at night, you need to have the night light on. I said,
Right.
okay. Since that time up until now, that's what I sleep. I sleep with my TV on and I sleep with the night lights on.
You
Hmm.
know, in the intro, I spoke about this very briefly. I mean, this is your story, but I've seen a little bit of similarities because something that some people would call sleep paralysis, right?
Yes,
I don't know if
yes,
anyone ever told you about this, but you feel like if you are just stagnated, like you can't move, like something just strap you down or tie you down, and you just there,
yes,
you just in a paralyzed state. Was it something like that?
yes. And it's not like somebody hold my physical body. They can't hold your they can hold your spirit down. So that is what they held down really. But because my spirit is within, your spirit is within you. When they hold you, if you don't have or if you don't speak or plead the blood of Jesus, which I didn't know because I'm just 14 years old. I don't know nothing about pleading of blood. I don't know nothing about repentance. Basically, they just had me like a toy. They had me
Mm.
like a full toy, do everything with me. I would sleep at night and something would open my mouth, and in the morning when I woke up, it's like someone rubbed pepper down in my private area, and there's no explanation for it. I don't know what to say to my parents because I have my own room, they're in their room, and I don't have another sibling. And this has been going on for a pretty long time, but I couldn't explain it to them because myself is to the point where I'm trying to figure out what's happening. But just
So
to tell them that,
back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit.
mhm,
Guys, if you just started to watch, we're speaking here with Norika, and she's sharing her story about a very, some people might say it's a natural feeling that she have, a spiritual feeling, something that she feel within her soul when she goes to sleep. And we're gonna get to a part soon where it end up being very sexual. But we'll talk about that. But let's go back to the point where you said that you would feel like the something or the some person like they rub like pepper on your private part, right? So is
mhm.
that only in your dream that you feel that, or when you get up you
No,
actually feel that that
no,
is burning you down
no.
there? Is it
When you get up, you actually feel, yes, yes. So when you get up, you're actually feeling that pepper. And that is the form of them having intercourse with me. But I didn't know that when I was younger because I was not sexually active. So I didn't know.
right?
But now that I'm older, it's happening to me now. So I know that was what was taking place. So it
Right.
felt like pepper. It felt like someone literally rubbed pepper down there. There's no other explanation to it. Now it's a different feeling, a whole total different kind of feeling.
And we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But so at that
Mhm.
age, weren't your parents concerned first of all that, hey, you know, what the hell is happening? This is my daughter. I mean, something weird is happening. Did you speak to your parents, and what did they do?
The most I've spoken to is I've said once to my mother about the dreams. My father, I
Uh,
tell him about the part that held down. There was another situation that happened, and this was, I told at least 5 family members know about this part. Nobody said anything to me, and I want to explain it because all these things that was happening, I give hints here and there, but nobody's really taking it serious. Nobody's taking it up into hand. So when things get to escalate, I just think it's normal because they're trying to make it look like it is normal. So I just accept it. There was an instant where they left me because normally my mother works at the hotel, my father works at the hotel, but my mom does the night shift and my dad does the day shift. So when I come from school, I'm supposed to do the house chores and then freshen up and then go by my grandmother, and that's where I'll stay until both parents come home. But on this particular Sunday, as you know, I'm doing my house chores to get ready to go by my grandmother. And while I was in the shower, I kind just finished washing up the dish because in this time, we're kind of considered as a middle class back then. So we were living in a board house, and we had a little stand at the back of the house, and that's where I washed the dishes. But this time, after I finished washing the dishes, cleaning the house, I went to the bathroom. I said I was going to take a shower. When I went there to take off my clothes, and I said, oh, I forgot to get the towel. So I ran out. Well, I looked to make sure my neighbors weren't looking, because by this time I started having pubic hairs and I started looking like a young lady. So I ran out to go get the towel. But when I ran out, I heard a goat and a fowl. And let me give you the exact thing. There is not 4 foot. At least 4 foot you're supposed to see for a goat. I only
Mm.
saw 1 foot of a goat, 1 foot of the fowl, and within me, I knew that they're joined together. This is how they're balancing each other. They're joined together. I
A
could
goat
not
and a
see
fowl?
this thing.
What is it? A goat
Yes,
and a
a
what?
goat, just walking the walk, a goat and a fowl, or a chicken, chicken.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know.
What we call it fowl back
Yeah,
home.
I know fowl. A goat and a fowl.
Yes,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yes.
Hmm.
This this was, I don't know where it came from, but wherever it came from, it came into our house from the back. So when it entered the house, I heard the sound, so I ran to look because I was ready to run them out the house because I was like, I just finished cleaning up the house. I was ready to run them out. When I looked, I could not see anything but the footprints making towards the living area. So by then, now fear started to build up inside of me, and I said, okay, let me run go by the front of the house to see if I can run it out. Going by the front of the house, trying to push the front door to see because now this time I had a bucket of plate that I just washed and I put all the plates or the dishes in the bucket to drain. So I heard them in the plate start, like they're climbing, like they're trying to fly, they're trying to do something. But you keep hearing the sound of the goat and the sound of the chicken. So I can't see them, but I hear them doing the thing. The footprint is on the ground. So I got scared and I run to my grandmother's house. And when I got there, I still cover up myself and I shaking and I said, I saw my grandfather on the porch and my two uncles. So they kind of lean out of the chair. They're like, what are you doing down here naked? And I said, something is in my house. I think it's a goat and a fowl and I can't see it. And they said to me, look, man, go on up back. Go on up, go put on some clothes. What do you mean fowl and goat is in the house? Go on up, go put on some clothes. And then my grandma, she was in the kitchen. And she came out. She said, why are you naked? I said, something is in the house and I can't see it. But, my uncle and my grandfather was trying to say, look, make sure go on up, go put on some clothes. My grandma said, come in the house and put on this duster, which we call now a robe. I went in the room. She put on the robe on me. So she said, okay, let's go by the house. Let me see what you're talking about. She came with me when she was walking so slow because she's an older lady and we live on a hill. And she
Mm.
finally make it up there. When she finally she said, show me where you see this thing. And I walked her to the back door where it came in and I show her. She said, this is strange. This is just 1 foot for a chicken, 1 foot for a goat. She walk in the house with me and she look and she see that the thing mess up the plate. It was in the plate where I just washed it. She said to me, close the house, put on some clothes and let's go by the house. That was it. She told my father about it and my mother know about it, but nobody said anything to me. They didn't say, okay, this is what's happening, or if you see it happen again, say something. Nobody said anything to me. So that's as far as I know that I cannot see anything but in the physical that they left footprints. That's how I recognize. And the footprints they came back out. But
Wow.
they didn't walk in their footprints back out. They made separate footprints to come back out. Because the place was muddy, so that's how that footprint was made. But I could not physically see what was really there. But in my spirit, it told me that this thing is joined together. That's how they're balancing each other to walk in the house.
Wow. Okay. Guys, if you just join us here, we were talking again to Norika. Narka, you just a quick flashback there. I had a conversation sometime last year with I think this guy said that he was a former a former Obia man, and he was talking about almost like the same kind of thing that he was talking about there. So I don't know, but I have never witnessed anything like that. So I don't want to say no, but the man was talking about exactly almost the same thing. This is what kind of like get me like, because I've heard this
Yes.
story before. It unfolded before with this
Mhm.
type of things. Let's go back to what happened to you physically, right? Because from the age of
Mhm.
16, when people was giving you stuff to eat and people following you, your dream is like an episode. It kind of moved into and accelerated into more things happening to you. It got worse as you got older. Tell us what happened when you was like in
Mhm.
around 20 something, 30 years old.
Okay. So by this time, I have moved out of that house. I'm now on my own. I live with my son's father. So this is where I'm living now. And my father got ill, and well, his which my grandmother and my grandfather, they died first, and they died while I was living with my son's father. Then my father passed away afterward. While this is during the time between 20 to 28 years old, I started to have dreams now of my grandmother and my grandfather. My grandfather don't really speak to me in the dream, but my grandmother is very active in the dream, and whatever she says to me in the dream manifests. It comes to life. It happens. Um, my father now, when he passed away, his was very effective, just the same. I know better now. I just want to say that to the viewers. I know that it's not them and they're already dead. And these are familiar spirits that was basically communicating with me. But because I gave them the okay, they made things happen in the universe or in the physical. Because I didn't
So
rebuke anything. I don't know about rebuking anything. I didn't
when you
know
say
about
familiar,
that. I just accept the dream because
when you say familiar spirits, right? Because
hmm
essentially
hmm
what you said to me is like these spirits, these things are actually having sexual intercourse with you,
hmm
you have in the dream, in the spiritual phase, and then when you get up you actually feel the pain like you actually did have sex with someone.
hmm Yes.
Explain that. So you go to sleep and you not thinking about sex, or you're not, I mean, of course, I mean, well, I don't know what you're thinking about when you go to sleep, but you go to sleep and all
hmm
of a sudden some part in the night, some part of your sleep, someone comes into your dream and start to have sex with you. Is it
Yes.
consensual? Talk to us about that process.
Okay. I was trying to get there because I wanted you to have an understanding of the demands from these things.
Right.
Because when once I have a partner and they would come around, they would poke me, they would touch me. That's the signal
Right.
that they're there and they can't get access to me because there's someone else on the bed with me. They do that. No, no, I'm living on my own, right? I'm living on my own now. So now they're basically dreaming to me, but they're using the form of X, come in the form, and it doesn't matter what face. It could be someone that I don't even know. All I
Mm.
know, I'm in the dream, I'm having intercourse, and then when I wake up, it would be as if someone literally had intercourse with me, but in more of an aggressive way. So it was not done in a form of, okay, we just had intercourse and it was all nice and all juice. No. You
It was
woke
rough.
up knowing that someone violated you.
Right.
It was very rough.
What who is that person? What does that person look like?
Okay. I want to put it this way. If a spirit should really show you what they look like, you would not accept them.
What you
You would
mean?
not accept them. A
Explain
spirit
that to me.
is not okay. Spirits are, they would take the form of a human being. They can take the form of anything they want to take the form of. But a spirit is not like a human being. So it have to take on the form of someone that you know in order for you to accept it, in order for you to make a covenant with it, agreement, just like on a physical basis, me and you would talk, we make an agreement to do some form of business together. But
Right,
they manipulate, they do a lot of manipulation. So for me, the attacks are in my dreams.
right.
Like I said, when I was younger, I don't know. I don't know these things. I just know that this thing, I dream it and it just happen in the physical.
So the person look like somebody that you know, like a ex-boyfriend.
Yes, yes, an ex-boyfriend. It's always an ex. It's always somebody that I'm talking to. And I do, all right, one thing I want to make clear is it doesn't attack me when I have a partner. It does dream to me. It stays away from me, but it ensures that my relationship doesn't last long. So I've always had short-term relationships.
So this whole thing affected your physical relationships as well.
Yes, it does. It does. So what is happening is, and it's kind of hard to explain,
Hmm.
but because I'm in this for such a long time, I can explain it because my partners always come and everybody is so, I love you, I want to marry you. And
Right.
within 3, 4 months, all of a sudden, I'm not that same person that they met. They changed, they stopped calling, the calls just cut off until there's no more calls. Um, I'm not someone that is, I would say no, is somebody that's just wasted. I have a career, I have retirement, I have a house. I'm heading somewhere in life. A normal man would want somebody like that. But unfortunately for me, it doesn't, it is a whole mess. And you probably look at me and said, oh, somebody like you should be married at your age. But unfortunately, it's not happening for me.
Wow.
And it's been going on for so long. I have no idea that it's been going on for this long. So I have to be dealing with it. So what's happening now? How did I come to this realization? Is because of the pain that I'm actually feeling during my sleep and when I'm awake. This pain literally hold me down for at least 3 minutes. I can't move because that's how intense it is. And I already know that something. And that's when I reach out. I started to reach out to people. I started asking questions. And half the time people didn't tell me what I really needed to hear because I know there was more to it than saying, oh, it's just wet dreams. Even if you have wet dreams, shouldn't be any pain.
Right. And I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you about that because you mentioned pain. But
Yes.
if you having consensual sex in your spiritual realm, because you're saying that it's someone that you're probably not going to say no to. It's an ex-boyfriend. It's somebody that you love, right? But if you're having
Right.
sex consensually, where's all that pain coming from? Why is it so painful in the
Right.
spiritual realm and also in the physical realm? Why is it so painful? You think?
Well, for one, they don't come to really be all right. They come, they in the spirit, they basically got me married. I'm married. It's kind of weird. I know it's weird. They have me married. So if they have me married, they feel like it is okay to come and have intercourse, but they don't have the normal intercourses. They just feel like they need to hurt. So they always come to hurt you. They don't come in no form to protect or to give you insights of any sorts. And even if they do, it's for a reason. So it's to hurt, it's to harm me because I have no knowledge of nothing that's going on. So because I have no knowledge, I will sit here as I was when I was younger, tolerating these things. But the reason why I came out at least is because of the pain. If there was no pain, I probably would still be sitting and I wouldn't tell anybody, and I would just relax with it and as the usual, think it is normal.
How do you feel when you get up after an episode, after one of those dreams? Do you feel like you just had good sex, you just had rough sex, or you feel like you need to have sex? It's a weird question, but
It's it's a weird question, but there's couple of answers to them. All right, some I will wake up in pain. That's for the most part, you know. Some I'll wake up feeling empty. Like I just had intercourse, but I felt empty. I didn't feel like, okay, I just had great sex and what next? Then some, it'll not have sex, it'll just do a form of foreplay. That's how taken over, they have taken over my body or my spiritual life. So there will be and the form of foreplay, I don't feel anybody playing with me. It's just this strong urge to go and have intercourse with someone or just to help yourself out. It's a strong one to the point where you can't think about anything but just to get that done. And that they do that because they know you're about to wake. So when I know that I have intercourse with someone when I'm asleep, I always wake up in the morning with my bladder feeling full, with the
mm,
pain behind it. Going to the bathroom to use the bathroom, I would probably pee maybe 3 spoonfuls of pee. But my
mhm.
bladder feel like I have a whole truckload of urine.
Wow.
And yes, there's time now. So that's two. So I wake up with the foreplay, the actual intercourse, and then you have this part where you wake up feeling like you're discharging, like you're coming on yourself. I don't know if you understand that. You feel like you're having an orgasm on your own.
Mm.
Nobody in the house with you. But it is that strong of an effect or urge. You feel like you're actually having an orgasm without anyone around playing with you. You're not playing with you, you're just sleeping as normal as you can.
Some people, I see some folks on the chat, they're saying it's called spiritual husband or something like that. Have you ever heard that a term? Spiritual husband,
Yes, I've heard.
someone, right? What have you heard about spiritual husband? And I know you did a lot of you spoke to a lot of people on it. Does that relate to the to what is happening to you as a spiritual husband, as they call it?
Yes, and that's what it is. It is called a incubus. It's called an incubus. It's what it is called also a spiritual husband. And the reason why, because it's an incubus, because it lays upon the woman, and then you have the succubus, which lays under the man. In my farm, they come both ways. It's not a man. Sometimes it's a woman.
What,
Okay.
so
Sometimes it's a woman. Hmm.
really?
They're very provocative. They come. Okay. All the things that are in the Bible about Sodom and Gomorrah. So you know, it's basically all the things you can think about sexual activity. That's what they do. You on your normal being would not say, okay, go sleep with a man. But
Right.
in the dreamland, it don't negotiate who or who you don't sleep with. If
So
it's
they
a
having
woman
they
come,
having they
that's
having
what you're
they
going
having lesbian sex with you, lesbian love making with you in the dream. Are you
yes, they
pleased?
do that
Are you
in
disgusted?
the dream.
In the dream, are you
In the
disgusted?
dream,
Are
you're
you
stimulated. No, in the dream, you know in the dream that you don't sleep with a woman on the norm. But because they had stimulated you so much, it does not give you the opportunity to say no now. Because you're already there. You're under the earth. They just basically got you right where they need you. And it's just for the man. While having this sex, they don't just come and they say, okay, let me start doing a little foreplay. No, you're already up, ready to just go. Everything is already seen, but in my scenes, this is how it's already set for me. And they do a lot of foreplay. It's just something that goes on a lot of foreplay. But the aggression is more like this demon has taken over now. It knows that I don't know it's there, so it's having a good time with me, and I don't know how to relate. I don't know. But like I said, I found out later, and then how I got relieved by this is because I talked with a pastor, and the
Right.
pastor explained to me what was happening. By this time, I'm left with my mouth open because I don't know. I have never heard. I've never dealt with spiritual world. I have nothing to do with that side of town. I'm as
Right.
normal as people can see me. I just go my way. But when I heard this, I said to the pastor, "Is this something that someone put on me?" He said, "No, this is from your young. This has been going on with you from your young. You just didn't know. You have no acknowledgement of this." And he explained to me what is happening. Basically, everything it was what was really happening to me. And he
Mm-hmm.
said this is something that is very stubborn and it takes a while to get rid of. And he explained to me I have to be delivered from it. After he prayed, because he did pray with me, he speak in tongues, and after he prayed with me, I got relief. Not gonna lie to you, I got relief for up to 2 months. I had no dreams of anything, so I said to myself, okay, I'm really delivered.
Good.
I got a break. I felt good. I talked to him. I said, and he always check up on me, make sure. But then one day I came and I said, I feel like I have a ring on my finger and I cannot see it, or it just felt like there's a sensation. He said to me, because you're married in the spiritual, so you have to be delivered. You have to get self deliverance.
Hold
You
on.
have to
You are
start
what?
praying to
You are what?
God. You have to start.
Hold on, Narika. You married in the spiritual realm. That's what he told. That's
Yes,
what he.
that's you actually see the wedding in your dreams. Anytime you're dreaming of it, you see the wedding. They have weddings there.
Who are you married to? Do you have any idea of what a person look like? Could you identify anything about
Okay, so
them?
that's why I said, okay, so no, it's always an ex. It's always an ex. It's not someone that I can say, well, he looks like a brown tall. It's always an ex. And if it doesn't come in the form of an ex, it comes in the form of someone attractive. It doesn't come in any form of someone that I would reject. It
Right,
comes in the
right.
form of someone very attractive. Sometimes I don't know these persons. But since the pastor had talked to me and I explained and started telling me how to pray, that's when it started to ask me now if we can have sex, or he started to say, I know you're in your church now, but can we do a little oral sex? And it'll piss me off in the dream. I would get so angry and so upset. And the pastor said that's because my spirit is starting to build now. I start to fight back. It's like a
Right.
fight back now. So the attacks now are becoming more in the dream, more like now I start to see in a whole different scenario of everything now. So now I start to dream to see people use it, dogs rushing at me, snakes in the dream. Everything that's coming after me is like animals, because I'm refusing now to come to deal or to accept what's happening, because I have come to the realization of what was really taking place with me.
Wow.
So I don't know if you gather.
Yeah. No. No.
Hmm.
I hear it. I hear it. Um. This whole thing, by the way, is blowing my mind. Completely blowing my mind. I guess I'm not the first person you told that story to, and I'm like, what the,
Yes.
what?
Yes.
You
I
know.
know
So
everything is weird. Everything is all weird, but this has been going on for so long, and I needed help from it. I needed it's like, I put it this way: if I was not feeling any form of pain, I probably would have had this going on forever, because it comes with the pain. Because I live alone, so for me to wake up feeling pain in my private area, I have alarm on my house, I have cameras on my house, and everything says that nobody enters.
nobody
Nobody
entered.
enters my house. So I'm not losing my mind. And for the most part, I just got um, hired to a bigger position in my job. So I'm not losing my mind. That much I can say. I'm not. They would not hire somebody who is going nuts. This is just in my dream and it manifests. And the dreamland is where things do happen in order to manifest in your physical life.
Is it possible?
And that's where people start telling you to review.
Is
Mm-hmm.
it possible? And that might be a far fetched reality question, but is
Mm-hmm.
it possible that you are doing it to yourself in the night? That's why you physically feel it in the morning, like you are physically seducing yourself. Is that ever possible?
Oh no, that's not possible. If that's something I am not afraid to say, if I am going to do that to myself, I'm well awake. I know what's happening. I know what I'm doing. I'm
Right,
well awake. This is not something that I just sleepwalking and because I've lived with people, they would have, people by now would say, well, you've been walking in your sleep and you'll be doing stuff. Because I have lived with partners, so they would at least tell me that
yeah,
you're doing stuff, some weird stuff on your own and you don't have no form of knowledge. So
right.
no.
What about evidence? What about evidence, physical evidence? Of course, when you have sex, you feel that sensation, but you also have other stuff that that you could see. That's physical evidence. Do you see other evidence than just the pain that you feel?
The only other evidence I would see is there would be, as I had issues with it, and this started happening after everything started getting violent. In my private area, I started having, it would seem like it's a yeast infection,
Right.
and the skin of my area would be deteriorating. It will be like stripping for no reason. I don't have a sex partner. I don't have nobody living with, and I'm taking care of myself. I can tell you that much. And I go to the doctor. I go to at least three different doctors, and the test result will come back negative. That I am fine. But the doctor sitting there looking at me and says something ain't right here. But the tests say you're negative, so we just gotta give you whatever cream to use. And that has been going on until, like I said, until the pastor prayed for me, and this is what the result is. I stopped having these attacks.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna open up the phone lines now. Let me hear
Yes.
from people who have been chiming in and chatting on the line. Let's open up the phone lines, guys. If you wanna ask a question, go ahead and call. This is the number 718-701-5720. And um, I purposely did not go through the entire story with her while we speak because I wanted to have that real honest reaction to this story. And so I'm hearing it kind of like with you at the same time, right? And this is
Hmm.
mind-boggling to me. Anyway, there are a lot of people who have known of this or seen this before. I've seen or know someone that went through something similar. I want you guys to call in. Open up the phone lines right now. The number is 718-701-5720. That's the number on the screen right there. 718-701-5720. Give us a call. Give us a call. Ask a question and chat with us live. 718-701-5720. That's my number. You could also call, let me see, the WhatsApp is open, but you could call directly straight 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. Again, we speaking to Norika. She's sharing her story here of what happens to her when she goes to sleep. She say, Laja Bless, Dopey, what they call it, Jumbie, does have sex with her in the night. 718-701-5720. That's my number, guys. We're going to keep the phone lines open as we continue the conversation here with Norika. Um, Norika, I want to, while we're waiting on the call, I want to talk about that deliverance that you had when the pastor spoke
Hmm.
to you. Um, and over time, you say that it went away. Um, did it come back?
No, the most I've been having is just a dream. Is that's the most I've been having is the dream. So the dreams are still sexual, but I'm not having the physical attack. So, and I told the pastor about it. He said to me, more likely there's a door open, meaning there's something else that I have not, confessed to God, or something that I need to deal with. And but he said, just keep praying, keep doing my fasting, and that way this thing will eventually go. But he said I cannot slip up. I can't be out there having intercourse with anybody because I feel like it's my boyfriend. There is rules to this thing, you know. So that's kind of how I have to be living my life. And it seems weird that you want to just go and date, but you can date. You just can't be out there doing stuff because these things will come back at any mistake you make because they're going by the rule. They know what it is that I can slip upon for them to slide right back in and then I have to be dealing with it all over again. So I'd rather be delivered completely than have to be trying to here and there because I felt like I want to have comfort. I'd rather get rid of this completely. It's been there for a long time, and if I've been having it for at least 30 something years, I can have the patience to ensure that it goes away before I actually meet another partner because I don't want another 3 month, 4 months kind of relationship because it's been really affecting that part of my life.
Yeah. And you said that, it's really affecting your dating life. Um, has anything
Hmm.
changed? Has anything changed as it relates to you being
I
in a
have
relationship?
no, I have not. No, I have not find myself in a relationship since I found out what is been really taking place. I have stayed away from all of that because like I said, I just want to make sure that I am delivered before I enter and waste anybody's time and waste my time and the heartache and the infeelings. I don't want all that. So I'm just waiting until I'm completely delivered. I will know when that happens. I will know when that happens, and then but it also have to do with a lot of fasting because of the job that I do. I cannot really do the dry fast as the pastor would want me to go on. So I just do my really
Right,
like a couple of hours fast and I kind of get my day going.
right.
But I
We
have
got
to
a
have a
call on the
deeper
line. Caller,
fast
you like
than
it?
that.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, we
Good
got
evening.
a call on the line.
Yeah, good evening,
Caller,
Junior. I'm
go right
calling
ahead.
from New York. Good evening to you, my sister.
Good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Yes.
ahead, caller.
Um, yes. I never had that experience, but I want to talk to the my sister over there. You need deliverance. You cannot leave no doors open for Satan to enter your life. You have to get on it, sister. Whatever you have to do, you pray with the pastor. You have to continue praying and pray, not just the our Father. You have to really call on God. You have to send Satan back to hell. You have to let him know he has no place in your life. He has no hold on your life. You have to rebuke him and tell him get out of your life. Because in this situation, it's not only like the dreams having. God alone know what else is there in store. He could kill you, and your life don't belongs to him. God give us the authority to trample over snakes and scorpions. You have to get on your knees and pray very hard and pray seriously. Whatever it takes, make time to offer up that prayer because he wouldn't stop until you are delivered. He may stop for a month, 1 or 2, but as you said, he come back again. Not only the pastor going to pray for you, you also have to pray. And not just, as I said, not just our Father and Hail Mary. You have to talk to God and you have to rebuke Satan in the mighty name of Jesus. Satan, I beg you to get out of this lady. Her life is not in your hands. She belongs to God. She is a child of God. No place for you in her life. I rebuke you, Satan. Get under her feet. Go back to hell where you belong. Go back to hell right now in the mighty name of Jesus. God, you say if we are free indeed. And freedom belongs to that lady. God bless you, my sister. Thank you, Junior.
Thank you so much, caller.
Thank
You,
you. Thank you.
you just got a mini deliverance there. Compliments our caller.
Yes, yes,
Seven one
yes.
eight
I
seven zero one five
appreciate that.
718-701-5720. I want you guys to call in and ask a question. Someone just posted and they said that if you believe in the spirit and all the devil and all this nonsense, then stuff like that happen to you. But if you don't, it doesn't. Hold on. We'll get your reaction on that after. Caller, I want you to turn your background down before you start speaking. I'm hearing myself back. So could you turn your background?
Yes, I will.
Go ahead, caller. Go right ahead.
One second. Hi, Junior. Hi, young lady.
I'm still hearing.
Hi.
I'm still hearing myself. I'm still hearing myself. Could you
Okay, I
turn?
turn it down.
Yeah.
Hi, Junior. I'm listening to this conversation.
Right.
And when you're a spiritual person saying spiritual Baptist, right?
Right.
You understand all of this.
Right.
And what she's saying is so true, eh? And she will never get married. Because right now, you see that? She needs truly, truly deliverance.
Mm.
You understand? Because it's not she alone things happen to. I know things like that happen to people. And I can tell you a story about myself.
Uh-huh.
And this is so, so, so true. And there will be no man who would ever be in her life. And if they come, they just come and they go.
Uh-huh.
They'll never stay. Because that is preventing, from a man to be in her life. And believe you me, she needs such, I'm going to tell you something, she needs real praying. And we need to send us a chain praying. And a lot of people need to pray because this is what we call real Jumbie story.
Oh, wow.
This is real Jumbie story. And she'll never get married. She'll always be, anybody come there is staying.
Mm.
And because she having sex with this person, the person was being in a house, living in a house. And at one time, he would disappear.
Mm.
And they could go away for about a whole year, Junior. And all of a sudden, they come back again. So, child, I don't know. You need, child, you need some real serious praying. Real serious praying. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, real deliverance.
Thank you so much,
Junior.
caller. Thank you so much, caller.
Um,
We got another caller on the line. Caller on the line, I want you to turn your background down.
Hello, man.
All right. Okay,
Hello?
caller. Where you calling us from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York. Go right ahead, Brooklyn.
Yes. I just want to let her know it's her spirit husband and she needs deliverance. She needs total deliverance and she needs somebody who's able to deliver her. Not all pastors are blessed with deliverance, like who can do deliverance.
Right.
So she needs somebody able to deliver her. A prophet, I should say. Because God speaks to his prophets and he would instruct his prophets how to deliver her.
Right.
So I just want to encourage her to stay strong, stay in God, hide herself in God. And there's this prophetess Mattie Nottage. She knows all about that. She does deliverance in that area. And I think she should connect with her. She's on YouTube. She's on Facebook. Her name is Prophetess Mattie Nottage.
Right. Well, we have a few people as well that we're going to connect her with, but that just add to the list. Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you for calling.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, so I was saying someone was asking about two things. One person was asking if you were baptized or if you're thinking about getting baptized. And the next person was saying that, well, if you believe in them thing on them day, then thing will happen to you. Are you a believer in this supernatural world?
Okay, so I was baptized at 12, and I've turned back along the way, and now I am seeking to be baptized. I am not a believer of the spiritual world because that's not something that I sit down and fantasize about. It just comes to you, it happens to you, and you just have to deal with it. It's not something that no normal person, anybody in this world, not gonna get up and be trying to hunt down spirits and trying to figure out how they can have sex or how they can be entwined with this thing. It's not fun. It's not something that's fun. It's nothing to play with. It's not something that I'm imagining that's happening. It is for real. It's happening to me for real. I need help on it. And that's one of the reasons why I came on the program, because what the pastor has done helped me. But I know it needs to be further. And the little that I'm doing, it's just basically like the lady said, just keeping it away for a little bit and then it'll come back. So I have to get a complete deliverance. I'm not sitting there thinking that, oh, I believe. Nobody sit and just believe that it happens to you. You have signs, And like I said, I was having this all along, but with the pain, I could not deal with that.
Right. Got it. We got another caller on the line. Caller, you live. Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good night. I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York. Go right ahead, Brooklyn.
Good night, and good night to you, young lady. I
Good
want
night.
to say to her that she should get herself baptized. I heard she say that she was baptized already,
Yes.
but I want to tell her to get herself baptized because when she get herself baptized and she get in the Lord is going to walk through her and walk those things out of her life. She cannot do it by herself
Right.
because she don't have the strength to do it by herself. So she need the Lord to help her. So get herself baptized, and when she gets herself baptized, she get in the Lord. She get to know how to pray and talk to God, and God is going to set her free from what is going on with her. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much, caller. And I want to say something here because I'm seeing a lot of people posting off some messages that's saying, well, this is something that you're fantasizing about. I don't think anybody goes through a phase of fantasizing about things like that for something so to happen to them like that over time. It's something beyond her consciousness. I think it goes far beyond her consciousness. It's something deeper than that. So everybody are just saying, well, just don't think about it, or take your mind off of sex, right? Try to go to sleep and instead of watching pornos, watch the news or something. It goes much deeper than that. I don't think that she wants to be in that realm with the pain and everything that's associated with it, right? I don't think that's what it is. Um, so for the people who saying that, I really don't think that that's where it's at. I really don't. Um, Anything else you want to add to that?
No, you don't have to be watching no form of porn. You can be a virgin as a virgin can be. If it decides that you are going to be the one, that's how it latch onto you. But I was told it latch onto you due to things that happened to you. So you could be raped, you could be rejected a lot, and you could also be watching porn. It comes through all these phases. So you don't have to be raped, you don't have to be watching porn for it to be latched to you. Because, like I said, this been latched to me for a little while now. And when I was young, I know not about no porn at no 12 years old. My parents would slap everything out of me. As I grow older, yes, I've become accustomed. This is something introduced to me. But I had no idea what was. I just knew that something was wrong in my life. I felt empty. Why? Because I noticed I'm getting older and no man would come my way or stick around for a very long time. It's always like a game thing. It's always they come serious. It's always like this game. And then I started to feel a lot of rejection happening to me. So
Right,
nobody's just, asking for this to happen or you fantasize. A lot of people want to fantasize. You fantasize about being rich. That's something to do. That's something to think about. But
right,
just sitting down thinking, oh, I just want some spirit to come and mess with me so I can just tell people. No, it's
right.
beyond that.
Beyond
I
that,
have things to do. Yes,
yeah.
it's way beyond that.
All right, we got another caller on the line. Caller, you live. Where you calling us from? Caller, go right ahead.
Pleasant good night, Junior.
Hi, good night.
Pleasant good night to you, young lady. Um,
Good
I
night.
normally watch your program,
Yes.
but I have never been interested in one of your program like this. And what the young lady is speaking is 100% true.
Okay.
I go to a prophetic ministry. I'm calling from Canada,
Yes.
and we have a deliverance minister. We sit under a prophet, and I witness those deliverance with my own eyes, and I see it every time. This is what you call a spiritual husband. Most of the times is demonic attacks that people that you know that send those attacks to you. It could be out of jealousy and all those kind of things. Most cases, the people that go through those kind of deliverance, it takes sometimes a week to deliver them. What she needs to do, she needs to go to God and ask God. You can read the scripture, Matthew chapter 13, verse 11. Matthew chapter 11, 11, 13 or 13, 11. One of the scriptures you read it and you ask God to show you the mystery things. You need to know the root of the problem and where it started. You can cut down a tree, and if you don't dig up the root, the stem will always cause the leaves to grow back. So you have to ask the Lord to show you where the root of this problem comes from. People, I've been watching some sort of life, and people is taking this thing as a joke. It's not a joke. And I honestly feel it for this young lady because it's a serious demonic attack. It will hinder her marriage. Any man that come in her life will not stay. They will just come and they will go.
Yes.
It will torture her life. And even though she's not having the physical, but she's still having the dreams. The dreams is also a gateway. Dreams come through your soulish realm. And in order for this thing to block, she has to pray. She needs help. She needs people that can mentor her, teach her how to do warfare, teach her how to block that demonic attack from coming back. Because you could be delivered, as the first said before, you could be delivered now. And if you don't deal with the problem where it started at the right way and get the right man of God, a woman of God to deal with that situation, it could go away and then it will come back. Any little gate, that entrance gate that opens, it will come back. So she has to stay grounded and rooted in the things of God. She has to be focused. She has to be steadfast in the things of God. This is not joke. We are living in the world, and the Bible tells us there is good and there is evil. Everybody that is laughing and making joke, they don't know what this young woman is going through. I've seen it for my own self. You hear people testimony, and many people who go through that in the ministry that I go through, that go through the deliverance, they come back and get married. You see their finances start going up. You see they getting jobs and all those kind of things. And some of them is even hindered from even having children, bearing children. This thing is not a joke. It's very serious.
Yeah. Thank you so much, caller. And we do believe it's serious. That's the reason why we wanted to bring it on here, so we could get some information out and see what help we could give to her. Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you. We got a call.
Okay, God bless.
We got a caller on the WhatsApp. We'll take that call. Caller, you live? Go right ahead.
Yes, good night.
Good night.
I'm calling from Grenada.
Go ahead.
I just have a word for the young lady. Well, I shouldn't be saying young lady because she is actually older than me, but I've grew up in church for a very long time. You know, sometimes you backslide and stuff, but there's more to it, you know. But one thing I have to let her know, there's a lot of demons out there. Not only demons, but there are a lot of spiritual attacks that sometimes we have to get out of, you know, certain situations. For instance, let's say if you're in a particular, you know, like you do certain things, right? For instance, you might go for a deliverance, but there are certain things in your life that you have to get rid of in order for the deliverance to work. You know?
Right.
And one thing again, right? There's a lot of demons that goes by particular names. For instance, that demon that is harassing her it goes by the name of incubus,
Right.
which is a demon that usually comes in a lot of sexual ways and sexual manner, right? That demon will come, they will attack you sometimes even during the day. In the night, it will attack you, it will come over you, it will have sex with you, and sometimes it will become your spiritual husband, you know. But let me tell you something, there's nothing greater than the power of the Most High Creator, you know. And one little advice I have for you again, keep on holding the feet, hold strong, pray, and just do what you have to do.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller in Grenada. We're going to take another call real quick on the line. Caller, you live? Where are you calling us from on the line?
I'm calling from Montreal.
Montreal, go right ahead.
Good night, Junior. Good night to your guest. I don't know her name. But what I want to say to you, young lady,
Good night.
the fact that you've been going through that from a child and you're still in the land of the living, you got to give God thanks and praise. And I do pick up stuff. So basically, what I'm saying, in order for you to get this whole thing away from you, I'm not too sure how you call that in Jamaica, but do you know what is mourning? Do you know when like people pray and fast and like I don't know how you call it in Jamaica, but like you know it's
Pray and fast.
for revival church. Yes. So you need to go because you are a discerner. Discerner is somebody who have a spiritual gift, meaning you see things before it happens. And the fact that you can see everything before it happens, and even though you dream something, doesn't it's not really just a dream. It's happening in real life. So the fact that you still see the animals is because they're still sending attack to you. And the pastor alone, it's good to go to him, it's good to pray and fast or whatever, but you need to go and mourn. And when you go to mourn, that's when you're gonna get a complete deliverance. And my word for you before I leave, every day try to read Psalms 91. It's a very, very powerful psalm. Leave it on your bed, like you said you live alone, so put it on one side. You sleep on the other side. Pray it every day. Download the Bible app on your phone. Read Psalms 91. It's very powerful, but you need to mourn. If you don't mourn, trust me, you can go by everybody, but once you don't, because you came from a spiritual background and maybe you don't know it, and then when you go to mourn, then it's gonna bring you it's gonna show you what actually happened and who did it and how to get rid of it. That's the only how you're gonna get deliverance completely.
Thank you, caller. We appreciate you.
No problem.
Appreciate your input.
Okay.
All right. We're a little bit over time, so we're probably gonna take about 2 more calls. But any response to what you've been hearing here so far? Have you given any consideration to some of the things that was said?
Everything that was said is something that I have exhausted. Everything that was said, and everything that they have explained to me is what I have come to the knowledge of. I have the understanding. And I want to also let them know I have been praying every single day since the pastor had spoken to me about I have read my Bible day and night. No day don't pass that I don't. But even though I do read the Bible, even though I pray, I still have the dreams. And like she says, it's an attack. Yes, they are an attack. I have the acknowledgement now that it's an attack.
Yeah. We got another caller on the line. Caller, where you calling us from?
Hi, yes, from the U.S. So all I gotta say is I'm very sorry that you're going through this, and this thing is very serious. And I think that you need to go to a different path. Well, not a pastor. You need to go to a priest. You need to get an African priest. You get a reading done. They're gonna tell you everything who has given you that Jumbie. Okay, and after that, they're going to be doing all the cleansing. You need a good cleansing to get that demon out. Because if you don't have a powerful pastor or a priest to get that demon out of you, you're just going to be traumatized, and you need the help. You need real help,
Okay.
so that you can find a loving husband.
Thank you. Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you. We're going to take one last call on the line before we shut it down. 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. And we do have, I have at least 2 persons I want to introduce you to that I think you should talk to. But we'll do that off air. Caller, you live. Where are you calling us from?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, turn down your background, caller.
I'm sorry.
I'm hearing
Just
myself.
one moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yes. So I just tuned into the program, so I don't know what was said before.
Right.
But I have had experiences with that, and so it's a spirit husband. Sometimes it could be a spirit wife, and sometimes prayer alone does not work. You have to fast also. So I don't know if you ever tried. Have you tried fasting?
Yes, I have. I just have not finished
Huh?
the 3-day dry fast. I have not reached to that yet due to my
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, you have to be persistent even after the fast. I've had my experiences and I've fasted and, in the dream I saw where I was delivered, but I kept having to press on, and through me pressing on, then I got my deliverance. So sometimes even after the 3 days, you still have to press on in prayer. And there's a lot of things that leads to spirit husband, like
fornication, sometimes pornography, so certain behavior. Like I'm not accusing you of anything, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings. But there are certain behaviors like we have to change, you know.
Mm. Okay. All right, caller.
It's but
Yes.
it's really spiritual. It's definitely spiritual because some things you cannot see with the naked eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just encourage you to press on. I will pray for you, and I hope you find a community of people that could help you soon.
Yes. We're working on that. Someone just text. I read the text verbatim. He says, "Tell the woman with the dream that her former man is haunting her." Um, check it for what it's worth. We have one other. I think someone had WhatsApp. Let me see if I get one other WhatsApp message in there. They say good night to you. Okay, someone want to order a headphone. That doesn't have nothing to do with the program. Someone says that, hey, ask her if she have any of the spirit transferred from her to her ex. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how, what, in what context, but that's what people are saying. A lot of people have inputs. People have inputs. That's what it's all about. We want to get opinions and inputs. What's the next step for
Yes.
you, uh, Norika? What are you going to be doing next from here?
No, I have to seek from here. I have to seek a deliverance, an in-person deliverance. And yes, I have been in person, but these pastors don't take the time out to do an actual deliverance. They want to just do it in 2, 3 minutes and tell you that you're delivered.
Yeah,
Doesn't work like that for me. Takes time. It's gonna take way more time than that. But from here on, I will continue to do my prayer. I'll continue to do my fasting because that's the most I can do for now. But I will be seeking from a help from the pastor or priest to be able to help me fight this battle.
yeah. And off air, we are going to help and provide whatever assistance we could on our end. We have access to someone who is a spiritual healer. You can speak with him, see if that helps in any way, and whatever else we could do to assist you, because I know it's a war. It's like you're going through a battle and you can't fight it alone. You need a community support, and you reaching out to us, I think
Hmm.
it just is just incumbent on us that we do whatever we could to help you, and we will. That will be done off air. It
Yes.
wouldn't be a program. It won't be a show of deliverance. No, we're gonna make that connection and see what could be done privately, and then we'll get an update
Right.
on your progress in a few. But we thank you for coming on and sharing your story. Um, and thanks for my friend Unstoppable. Check out Unstoppable over there. Just type in Unstoppable TV. He has a program just like ours. Everyone have a story to tell, and he does great work as well. Narka, again, we appreciate you and thank you. Any last word you want to say before we wrap up?
Yes. Thanks for having me. Most of all, I want to say everyone should re repent of their sins, always repent of their sins, and flee from fornication as much as possible, because I do not know where this train came from. I don't know, but for the most part, I know that we all should just always pray, and believe that there is a God and God can help us. That's
Yeah.
one of the message I want to be able to leave tonight.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I promised that was the last call, but we had this person that was calling for the whole program and they didn't get through. So I'll give them an opportunity. Caller, you the absolute last person on the line for tonight. Where you calling us from?
Hey, Junior, is it me, Pastor Fleming from Connecticut?
Pastor Fleming, I'm happy that I took your call
Oh, God bless. Yes,
because
ma'am. Listen, give that young lady.
I wanted to make the connection.
Uh-huh.
I wanted you to get in touch with her because
Yes,
I know we had spoken before on a previous program, and
yes,
you were one of the persons that I
yes,
identified that could speak with her.
yes, definitely. And where is this young lady? Is she in America or is she in Jamaica?
She's in the U.S. It's
I
someplace in
am
the
in I'm in a yes.
yeah. She's in the U.S.
Okay, just give her my number and then we're gonna start. If she's ready, we'll start the process.
Right, but Pastor, I want you
Yes,
to just walk me through this real quick. It is something that you could absolutely help her with, right?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I've been doing this for the last maybe 10 years right now, heavily involved in that type of deliverance.
And after your deliverance, what could she expect going forward? Is it something that's going to be a temporary fix, or when you do it, is something that she could just, I mean, it's something that is a long lasting something, because she been having temporary episodes for the
Oh,
past
definitely.
some.
What I'm gonna explain to her is what she's going through. It may be. It depends on her.
Yeah.
Deliverance depends on the person.
Right.
You know, she has to change her life. You understand?
Right.
So the process will begin. You know, it's like it will be like a medication. You're sick, you take the medication. The doctor give you a couple, information how to do the medication.
Right.
And if you fall, you know. But her case is it's a process, and I definitely, oh man, I mean, woman of God, I'm telling you, like, if we have this transaction, you're gonna say, if you can come to me, we can do it on the phone. I hope not on the phone, but your deliverance is sure. I guarantee it.
Right.
I guarantee you.
And
I guarantee your deliverance.
wow, that is some good stuff. I'm good. That is some good
I
stuff.
guarantee your deliverance. A lot of pastors that you are dealing with, they are just men of God. They are preachers. They are not deliverers. A lot of prophets are not deliverers. They don't deliver people. They talk about it, and some of them, the level that they are on, or the level that they are going to, is very low. They deal with certain type of, familiar spirits. But when you deal with in your situation, it's something totally different. You just don't need a pastor. You need a man of God. Don't go to no witchcraft worker. Don't go to no voodoo man. Don't go to no seer man. You need a man of God, because what happens when you go to some of these folks, sometimes 5-10 years it comes back. You know, these are what you call demonic spirit, demonic forces. It comes back at you. It sometimes you attack your children, your mindsets. You understand? You need a man of God, and you say you read in the Bible. You know, trust God, trust the great one, the creator. Put your trust in him, because right now I go through a lot of witchcraft workers, even last week, this week, voodoo. I mean, real witchcraft coming from the island in the Caribbean, real voodoo, and miraculous deliverances. I mean, it's superb. You know, so we'll and Junior, if you want, I mean, after she get delivered, after we deal, you understand, you can have her back.
Right.
You will be totally set free.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
we're looking forward. We're looking forward to her assistance, and we appreciate you. And you know, funny enough, you called. And you the last person too. I was like, I gotta hook you guys up. So I wasn't gonna take another call. Then I said, you know what? Let me take this final call. Let me take this last call. And I did, and boom, there you were. You see?
Yes. And especially if you are a believer, it's much easier when you are a Christian and you believe in God.
Right.
It's a lot easier than to deal with somebody that, they're just looking for deliverance and don't believe in God. Amen?
Right.
The woman of God, I think, we're going to handle your situation. All right, Junior, you have my number.
I got you.
Yes, okay.
We'll keep in touch. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I like how that pastor sound confident, Jay. That pastor sound confident. That pastor is confident.
Yes.
All right, my friend.
Yes.
We have some. I'm gonna check back up on you. I'll check back up on you in a few weeks. You gotta come back on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta come back on. Pastor, we'll keep in touch all the way from Connecticut. Narika, thank you so much. We'll keep in touch. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye
Cool.
bye. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we're gonna follow up on this story. We're gonna follow up on the story and see where it goes. Yeah. We're gonna find out. And funny. That I was gonna end, and I was gonna text her that pastor number, the same pastor that I just called. I was gonna send her that pastor from Connecticut number, because if you guys remember, and so some of you guys are loyal viewers, right? So we had a program a year ago, right? With a former Obia man. Everyone have a story to tell, right? We don't judge nobody. So he came on, and then this pastor called, and that's you know, he was talking about, yo, this thing is real. And we kept his number, we kept in touch, and I was gonna give her that number. And boom, the man called. Last caller. And I wasn't gonna take another call. As man, I wasn't gonna take another call. And the man just called, boom, boom, connect one time. Yeah, Rena, you see Rena, remember? I remember. Boy, I'm telling all you. All you listen. Whether you believe or you don't believe, there is supernatural things happening, right? I know some people say, well, gosh, boy, you know, this thing is so heavy. Get me frightened. I have to go to sleep. And I'm scared. Turn off the light. But listen, this thing is actually happening. This is not the first person that came and shared a story about these things, you know. This is not the first person, and they could identify almost the same kind of realm, like the spiritual realm. So you don't have to believe. You don't have to believe in all these things, but it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening to people. And as evident, it's happening to her. And she's not concocting some kind of story and want to just come and share a story for fame. That's not what's happening here. This is actually happening to her. And we go check it out. We'll keep it. We go keep this information. We go update you guys as well. Guys, I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for being on the ride, and of course always being on the ride, championing the ride. But I want to share something very, 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 very important with you right now. In order for us to continue and bring programming like this, you know, we've been fought by Facebook, people continuously trying to shut down the program, people reporting the program for no reason, we're getting blocked for no reason all the time, right? But listen, I want you and everyone here to consider taking the next step by being a supporter of this program. It's only with your help, your assistance, that we could continue to bring this program every day. So no matter how they try to fight, no matter what they try to do, good will always overcome evil. So I want you to take the first initiative and become a supporter of Ride Along Live. You click that button right there and become a supporter. There are supporters in the room, and the supporters are seen by they have a supporter badge. Yeah, they support the program, financially support the program, so we could continue to share stories. Today might be somebody else, tomorrow might be you, right? And we want to be here to share your story if it ever happened that you have to share your story. So continue sharing, and also consider being a supporter of Ride Along Live. Click the button and become a supporter. If you need more information, inbox us. We'll tell you how you could become a supporter on Ride Along Live. And also big up all the sponsors, the people who make it all possible. We want to big up Riders headphones. You know, we have our own headphones. If you don't notice, Riders, right? This is our headphone. We have 5 different brands of headphones. It's Bluetooth headphones, and we also have the small ones. I was looking for it, but I don't know. I'm not seeing the other one. Anyway, Riders headphones. I want you guys to check it out online at ridersong.com. We have our own line of headphones, guys. Let me see if I can get the other one. Where's the other ones? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Where is the picture? Anyway, guys, support Riders. Go to ridersong.com. Go to ridersong.com and support Ride Along, and support our brand, our Riders headphone at ridersong.com. Wendy C, just yesterday, I think I saw Wendy C order about 3 or 4 headphones. Boom, boom, boom. Wendy, thanks for your support. The folks in England, the folks in Canada, the folks in the US, the folks in Miami. We were sent a bunch of orders to North Carolina just yesterday. Day before yesterday, something like that. But a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of orders. We're selling headphones like crazy. And thank you for your support. Right? Ride Along, Riders. And also, guys, we want to tell you, if you want to become a brand ambassador for our Ride Along headphones, Riders, if you want to be a brand ambassador, like you have a website, you have a platform, and you want to you want to be ambassador, at least 1,000 members or so on your page or your group. Yeah, just inbox us and we'll tell you how you could become a brand ambassador. You get a unique code, and whenever anyone shop and they put in your unique code, they save. All right, so that's how you could become a brand ambassador for riders. All right, to become a brand ambassador for riders, inbox us for more information. You could call the number on the screen, 718-701-5720. Support Ridealong, ridersong.com. Also, guys, this platform is for you to share your story. Everyone have a story to tell. Yeah, when we say everyone, we mean absolutely freaking everyone. Everyone have a story to tell, and we don't judge. We don't judge. No matter what your story is, no matter what your story is, we don't judge. Peace out, guys. Be safe. Catch you guys again tomorrow.
Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody control me. Sick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can. Yo, just show me some strength. No weakness. Show me a lion. Strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Strength. No weakness. Show me a lion. Everybody strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. That's when you're old. Your enemies, they must tremble. Your enemies, they must tremble. Yo, that's when you're old. Everything has to humble. Everything has to humble. Right now, you're tougher and still. On this battlefield, you're tougher and still. Shoulders to the wheel, you're tougher and still. On this battlefield, you're tougher and still. Yo! Just show me some strength. No weakness, show me a lion. Strength. No weakness, show them who we are. Strength. No weakness, show me a lion. Everybody strength. No weakness, show them who we are. That's when you're old. Your enemies, they must tremble. Your enemies, they must tremble. Yo, that's when you're old. Everything has to humble. Everything has to humble.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
Hey, I got some good news for you. Looking for a passionate immigration lawyer with experience that spans over 2 decades? Someone trusted that served immigrant families just like yours? Well, look no more. Now you can benefit from her personal and professional experience. Diane Winter Funde. Schedule a consultation now and get assistance with your immigration journey. Specialize in adjustment of status, B1 business visa, B2 visitors visa, consular processing, deportation defense, naturalization, and more. Give us a call today at 813-815-3529. That's 813-815-3529 or online at winterimmigration.com. Attorney Diane Winter Funde, law done differently.